Welcome to a brand new video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. So yes, as you might say title on the thumbnail, we are back with another Premier League prediction. That is right guys, today we are predicting Premier League Game Week 21. This Game Week guys is kind of weird because there's a week in between these games. So this week there's 5 games and the week after there's 5 games due to like the FA Cup replays and stuff like that. So yeah, so this was a little bit weird because it's all like a week in between each other, so kind of weird. But anyway guys, if you like today's video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. Without further ado, let's get straight in with today's video. Kicking us off on a Friday night, it is a relegation clash. This is Burnley versus Luton, 18th versus 19th. Burnley's last game, they lost 3-2 to Aston Villa. Not a bad game for Burnley, to be fair. They did battle hard against a very good Villa side. But they are slowly running out of time. They still sit 5 points in the relegation zone. So it's all getting a bit tight. Realistically though, Burnley need this win more than Luton. Anyway, Luton's last game, they lost again 3-2 to Chelsea. Luton went 3-0 down and they nearly had a great comeback. They only sit 1 point away from getting out of the relegation zone. So Luton still have time to survive this season. And guess what? Luton can actually beat the drop, you know. I've got a great feeling that they can beat the drop this season. I do have Luton to beat Burnley 2-0. Next up we have Chelsea versus Fulham. That is right guys, this is a London derby clash. Chelsea beat Luton 3-2. In their last 5 games they have played 5, won 3 and lost 2. They have won 2 on the bounce, so they're hitting a little bit of form. They do sit mid-table in 10th position though. So you know what, not a great season overall for Chelsea, but we'll see what happens. Fulham beat Arsenal 2-1. Fantastic win for Fulham right there, by the way. A great win. They did welcome back Raul Jimenez after his 3-match ban. On his return to action, he scored another goal. The other thought I'd say is about Jimenez. They truly missed him. So just not alone, and obviously I don't really like Chelsea guys, I keep saying to you, so that is why I've gone for a Fulham win. I've got Fulham to beat Chelsea 2-1. Next up we have Newcastle versus Man City. Newcastle's last game they lost 4-2 to Liverpool. In their last 5 games they have lost 4 and won 1. They currently right now sit in 9th place, and I have to say this season has been a shambles of a season for Newcastle. Out of the Champions League and also struggling to get in a top 5 position. So you know what, it's turned out an awful season. But if they're not careful guys, I believe Newcastle could eventually lose all their big stars if they don't get results and get the success they need. So Newcastle need to be careful here. They're up against Man City, who beat Sheffield 2-0 last week. They sit in 3rd place but 5 points away from leaders Liverpool. De Bruyne, that is right, made his return to football against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup. So yeah, that is a big boost for Man City right there. Just on that alone, I do have Man City guys to win this game. I've got Man City to beat Newcastle 3-1. Next up we have Everton versus Aston Villa. Everton's last game they lost 3-0 to Wolves. Everton right now on a 3-game losing streak. They sit in 17th place, only 1 point above relegation zone. Woo, it's getting close man, it's getting close. So Everton need to find points soon, because if they don't pick up any points they will be in trouble. They're up against Villa, who beat Burnley 3-2. Villa sit in 2nd place, only 3 points away from leaders Liverpool. I don't think any of us expected Villa to be in a title race condition, but there you go, fair play to a man, fair play to Villa. And yes, they could even win this game. And that is right, I do have Villa guys to beat Everton. A very close game now, I do have Villa to beat Everton 1-0. Our next game will be a very good game indeed. It is Man United versus Spurs. Man United lost 2-1 to Nottingham Forest in their latest game. They currently right now sit in 8th place, so not a great season for Man United yet again. They're currently right now though guys in talks to sign new deals with Wan-Bissaka and Anthony Martial. Is that the right decision? Do you agree with it? Let me know down below in the comments. To be fair, I don't know man, they need to move on from players like that, but we'll see what happens with them deals. Spurs last game, they beat Bournemouth 3-1. Their last 5 games they have won 4 and lost 1. They currently right now sit in 5th place, only 6 points away from leaders Liverpool. Some great news and some bad news for you Spurs fans. The good news is Spurs have signed Timo Werner. That is right man, Timo Werner. They have signed on a loan deal to the end of the season with an option to buy for £15 million. Wow, just listen up guys. I know he gets a lot of stick for what happened at Chelsea, but trust me, he can be a very good player on his day. And you know what? It could turn out to be a fantastic signing. Bad news is though, your Spurs' main star, Son, has gone to the AFCON Cup, and that is a big loss for Spurs right there. They will 100% miss their captain Son, because what a player he is man, what a fantastic player. So just on that alone, I do have Man United guys, that is right, I've got Man United to beat Spurs. A very close game though, 2-1. Next up we have Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Arsenal have only won 1 game in their last 7 matches. Form is at an all-time low right now, and to win the league, this sort of form cannot happen. They now sit in 4th place, 5 points away from Liverpool. Palace last game, they won 3-1 against Brentford. Elise and Eze are back in the Palace side, and oh boy, it must be a good feeling to have these sort of players back in the side. No doubt clubs will come in for these two in the next few years or so, but people need to remember they recently signed new deals at Crystal Palace, so we'll see what happens with that. Maybe Palace can cash in and get some money from them. We'll see what happens, but you know what, I better have these back, because these two are fantastic players. They sit in 14th place, but I think they'll start climbing the table anytime now. So guys, just on that alone, the way Arsenal are right now, I do have this game as a Palace win. That is right man. And at least Eze are back inside, so that will be crucial for them. So that's why I've gone for a 2-0 win for Palace. Prove me right, Palace. Prove me right. Next up we have Brentford versus Forest. Brentford's last game they lost 3-1 to Crystal Palace. They are on horrendous form guys, that is right, they're on horrendous form. They have lost 6 league matches in a row, so form man, it is not good. They sit in 16th place and only 4 points away from the drop. Can they turn it around? They need to sometime soon. Forest beat Man United 2-1 in their latest game. Since Nuno Santos has been named manager, we have all seen a big improvement in the squad. So fair play to a man, fair play. They're on a 2-game win streak, so they are slowly pulling away from the bottom 3. So that is all you can ask for. So just on that alone, the way Brentford are right now, guys, Brentford on a massive drop this season. So that is why I've gone for a Forest win. I've got Forest to beat Brentford 3-0. Next up we have Sheffield United versus West Ham. Sheffield's last game they lost 2-0 to Man City. No shame in that whatsoever. But they only sit on 9 points in the whole season. They're currently right now 7 points away from safety. So time is running out. As a team right now, they all need to dig in and find results, because as I say, games are going past thick and fast, so time is running out for Sheffield, but they need to start finding some form to have any chance of survival. But this game will not be easy, because West Ham are looking good. The last 4 games, they have won 3 and drew 1. They currently right now sit in 6th place. They are having yet another fantastic season. And guess what? David Moyes is set to sign a contract extension. So that's a big boost for West Ham, because since he's been at West Ham, Moyes has done some great things. So fair play to him, man, fair play. So there, guys, just on that alone, I do have West Ham to beat Sheffield. A very easy 4-1. Next up, we have Bournemouth versus Liverpool. For the first time in 6 games, Bournemouth have lost a football match. I believe, guys, Bournemouth are too far away from being relegated. I think they can just see how high they can finish this season, because what a season Bournemouth have had this year. Liverpool's last game, they beat Newcastle 4-2. Fantastic win. They sit 3 points clear at the top of the table. But now they all need to stick together, because their main man, Mo Salah, has gone to the AFCON Cup. So that is a major loss for them right there. To lose such an important player at this stage of the season, it is kind of brutal. But I do have this game, guys, as a Liverpool win, but a very close one indeed. That is why I got Liverpool to beat Bournemouth 1-0. And we are down to the last game, Brighton versus Wolves. Brighton drew to West Ham 0-0. They sit in 7th place. Last 5 games, they have won 1, drew 3 and lost 1. Form wise, it is not too bad, but their main star, Matoma, has also gone. So that is again another major loss. Wolves beat Everton 3-0. What a fantastic win, man. Wolves right now on a 3-game win streak. They sit in 11th place this season. You know what? Wolves have impressed me this season, but just like all the other teams in this league, they have lost their star player, Hung Hee Changa. That is right, he plays for South Korea, just like Son. So that is a crucial player missed for Wolves right there, because what a player he has been this season. These two sides, you know, these two sides are very good teams. So that's why I've got this game, guys, to end as a 2-2 draw. And there we have it then, guys. That is my Premier League game week 21 predictions. We've got a whole week of this game week, because I say there's a week break in between this game week. But anyway, guys, if you agree with any of my decisions, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys next week for a brand new video. And oh boy, it's so cold. Oh, it is so cold in here, man. In my filming studio, it is so flipping Baltic. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching today's video. I'll see you guys next week for a brand new video. Good and good night.